All right, I want to welcome everybody to the family tree. Put your hands together, family. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Yes, sir, buddy.
Hey, 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 hey. Hopefully everybody's doing well. We're getting started, and finally we're getting through to this thing. Hopefully everybody's doing well. And you're getting through. It's going to be another heat wave, looks like.
Yeah, man.
Y'all ready? Are y'all ready for the heat wave? Are y'all ready for the heat wave?
Ooh, have mercy, have mercy, have mercy.
All right. We're going to get started, y'all. All right, Big B, we're going to bring it on down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. There we go. Can everybody see?
Man.
Can you see
yes,
everybody?
Sir. Can you see everybody right here, man. Yes, sir, man.
Everybody
right here, buddy. Yes, sir, man.
All right. I want to welcome everybody to the family tree. This is the place where we say you get your holistic health update. Good to see everybody, and hopefully everyone is doing well.
Yes,
and you're staying cool because I'm sure in different parts of the country we got folks we're pretty much chiming in from everywhere.
From everywhere, yeah, man.
Hopefully your weather's doing well. Because I tell you, Big B, it's weather going crazy, man. Did you see what's going on in different parts of this country, man?
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Look. You can only do so much mess. Daddy gonna slap everybody down here in a minute. That keep going crazy.
Yeah, we got to keep everything in prayer, man. Pray for those that are in those areas where the weather is just acting a little crazy.
Yeah.
So we're going to get started. This is the place we say that you get your holistic health update. This is the family tree. And if you're joining us for the very first time, we call it the family tree because this is the place where we say we look at the ancient laurel trees, the trees that we used to gather around as a family, as a people, as a tribe, as a group. And guess what? We did things like network. We talked about situations, any problems. And most importantly, Big B, we prayed. How about that?
Yes, sir, man.
With that, we take on the tradition of gathering around the tree because guess what? This is your social security. You got to say it so. Social security. That means that around there may be a solution to your problem. Maybe right around this tree. How about that? So with that being the case, we invite you to continuously join us. Come back next week. Bring somebody. But if you want to join the conversation this week, you can go on down to the actual menu bar and you see where the heart is down there on the React. Hit that and you can raise your hand like Big B up there and he'll put you in and we'll put you in queue. Big B, you better than Price is Right, buddy. We'll put you in queue and you can ask a question, anything, we'll try to get to you. All right?
Yeah, but
we don't have all the answers because we'll try our best to get that answer for you. And if you say, well, I don't want to come in the queue, I just want to ask a question, well, you can put your information down in the chat box and Prophetess AKA Fingers. Is she here?
Yes, sir. Oh yeah, she's right there, buddy. Yes, sir.
There is Prophetess. Prophetess, what's going on, Prophetess? How you doing?
I'm fine, Dr. Paul, Brother Bill, and family. How's everybody?
Oh, everybody's good. Good. How you making out over there? Any updates for us over there? You always got something going on.
Yeah, I do have something. So the storm has stopped over here, and the sun is trying to come out. It was a very quick storm.
Yeah.
For us, it started right before we got on, and now it's over. But yes, I want to talk about this exciting Aviation Day that is coming up August 15th. At Rowan College. It is for 10 to 18-year-olds. It is not open to the public, only to those who are registered and who have access to the flyer, which now means for all of you, especially if you live in the Philadelphia, New Jersey area around Burlington County. Again, it's a free event. It's an all-day event. And registration closes August 7th. So Brother Bill has already put the flyers in the chat box. So once you click on it and open it up, you'll be able to scan the QR code.
There you go.
Get all the information needed, register. But please, I beg you, if you register, make sure your child goes.
Yes.
Because what happens is people register, they get excited, they register, and then they don't go, and then they don't unregister themselves, and that kids who really, really want to be a part of it are not able because all the slots are taken up. This is not one of those events where you can say, you know what, I'm sending my child anyway, and they're going to learn. No, this is serious. This is serious stuff. So make sure your child is interested in aviation. They've talked about it. Sometimes their kids haven't talked about it because it's not always been presented to us. And that's part of what we are doing as Black Pilots of America, as Roscoe Draper chapter of Black Pilots of America. We're pushing the agenda. We're making sure that our children have access to aviation, all the careers that are involved in aviation, and drones as well, because we've got 16-year-olds making $30,000 already just doing drones.
That's right.
Wow, that's right.
That's entrepreneurs already at 16, because that's how old you have to be to have a drone pilot's license.
Okay, I was going to say you got to have a pilot's license for a drone, right?
You got to have a Part 107 license, and in my flight club, we do teach the drone training for the kids to be able to take their lessons, or at least to take their tests. Now, I'm here with you guys because I love you guys, and not over in my pilot's class, which is where I'll be running to when I be trying to get y'all off of here at 9:00.
So don't be messing up.
Messing up my time. Yeah. But there's the flyers. Look at it. Look it over. If you think your child is interested, hurry up and get registered.
All right. Take a picture of that, y'all. Keep a picture of that. Make sure you put that in there. It's also in the chat box there. All right, and we will post that also, Big B. We want to post that on the timeline for Facebook over the other side.
Yeah, I already did.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you so much, Prophetess. We appreciate you, Prophetess, and all that you're doing. Thank you so much. And keeping us up to date. So if you have a question, concern, you want to put it in the chat box, Prophetess over there is going to get it up for you. She's got all the encyclopedia of conversations that we've talked about. And Big B, we have how many years do we have of Family Tree?
Man, a gazillion.
Look, we go back as far as the first women's class at Eagles Nest.
Yes.
Which is where it all started. So
yes, we got a lot going on there. So thank you, Prophetess. We appreciate you. So you put that information down in the chat. If you're calling by phone and you may have missed the option where it shows you how to actually raise your hand, no worries. Just let us know you're calling by phone and we'll try to get you in. All right. We're going to get started now. We want to first start off by giving our host with the most, Big B, Bill L. Morgan, Mr. 84 years old over there.
The front door, boy. Whoa.
Let's give him a hand, y'all. Let's give him a hand.
All right, Bill.
Mr. Bill.
Yeah, buddy. You're doing well.
I keep telling
you. Hey, man, I'm doing good. I tell Daddy, I said, yo, man, what's up with you? Why are you messing with me? I said, you got a lot of nerve. He said, what you talking about? I said, you got the nerve to wake me up. He said,
that's right.
Wait, you know what he said to me? What did you create? I said, shut up. I got you.
What did she create? Nothing, right? That's what
nothing, do nothing. I was like, I got it. Hey, it's just been great, man. Yes.
Hey, Bill, I heard you Sunday, and I know you're married. Okay? You're still, I said, I know you're married, but you're still too young for me.
I love that rule. That's what's up.
Yeah. He's sweating. He's blushing, y'all. He's blushing. He's blushing over there.
Look how pink I got, y'all. Wow.
That's good.
Oh, that's great, man. Let me say, I'm just really grateful the fact that God brought us together, all of us. Yes. We're all just family, y'all. I hope you get that.
That's right.
And when you understand that, life gets really, really good,
Yes,
indeed.
That's right. That's
right. One blood. It all works like that. I appreciate everyone.
Yes.
He's still blessing.
Yes, I'm here. That can help.
Hey, Big B, let's get us up to date, man. Lots going on in the world. Here this seems like this war is never going to end, man. This thing is going to starting up again.
All over the world.
Starting up all over, like deja vu all over again, as Yogi Bear said. What's happening with the world has a lot to do with, the bad timing. FIFA now is happening in the United States, kicking off. I think it's tomorrow, right? It's tomorrow.
Yes,
Friday.
it is. Tomorrow. Right.
Tomorrow, Friday. Yeah. And, crowds are going to be getting together. This is not a good time for all of this. So, we got to keep prayer. And if you're going to an event, make sure you keep your eyes and ears open all the time. Okay. Keep your eyes and ears just kind of uneasy times, y'all. This is interesting. So, Big B, give us our latest numbers. I know we're getting a little stagnant on our numbers because there's not.
Yeah,
give us our latest.
They're really, really stagnant this week, Dr. Paul.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, there are no real particular updates. It says that no number of the specimens tested, just 30,574. That's for week 21. No number of the positive specimens at percentage is at 1.4%. Okay. And for influenza A is at 94 at 22% and influenza B at 33. And that's kind of like where it stops right now, my friend.
Okay.
Unless we just that.
Yeah. We're going to keep our eyes on things right now. It's kind of quiet because, we're looking at the Ebola outbreak, of course.
Yes.
We're keeping an eye on that. Congo Ebola outbreak rises to over 100 deaths over the 550 cases of the conflict. So it's still happening. Of course, they're saying they're trying to put, the WHO is trying to keep this thing under wraps, of course. Hantavirus, of course, we're keeping up with that. The measles, the flu, all this stuff kind of hanging around,
Yeah, just
around this time
I ain't doing that.
You don't hear the stuff about measles and stuff like that this time of year, but it's kind of hanging around, along with flu. A lot of people have been calling in this week, asking, saying they got a little flu cold. I'm like, flu? It's almost, summertime, y'all. But it just shows you that we have to start to build that immune system and continues to stay up on it and continue to do the things that you're doing as your detox. It does matter. It really does matter. So, all right. We're going to get started. Big B, we're going to open up the floor, buddy. We're going to get started, and we always start off with the testimonies because the testimonies go a long way, buddy.
Yeah, they do, buddy. Yes,
and
sir.
With that, we say 1 shall set 1,000 to flight, 2 shall set 10,000 to flight. Each great journey starts with one step. So if you have a question, something that you quest for and has been a breakthrough for you, and I'm telling you, I had breakthroughs all week this week. And it's only Wednesday, and we had breakthroughs all this week. I'm going to let them do that, but if they want to come on and share the story, but people have been really seeing great success, and it's all about applying the principle. You know what I mean? It's apply the principle, and the body will correct itself. We say 11 times faster. So we open the floor right now. Testimonies. If you have anything on your heart and mind you want to share with the family, and it could be anything: blood pressure, knees don't hurt. How about that? You know what? They told me to get that medication back. How about that?
Have mercy.
Sounds good, right? But whatever the situation, we applaud you and we say the floor is officially open. If you have a testimony you want to share with the family, the floor is officially open.
And don't all jump in at the same time, but come on.
Hello. This is Sherry Braxton. Hi.
Hey, Sherry.
Hello, family. I happened to see Dr. Paul today for my visit. I can't tell you all the things that changed, but to God be the glory. A whole lot of things changed, a little bit of this, a whole lot of that, and I'm better for it, healthier.
Have mercy. Yes.
So I'm just excited. My blood pressure is good. My everything.
Yes.
So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and please keep me in prayer because sometimes I find myself falling, but we fall down and we get up.
Get up. That's right.
Amen. Well, let's give Sherry a hand, y'all.
That's
everybody
right,
come off mute right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
She's staying on top of it. And Sherry, you know what? I got to commend you. I commend you when you were there, but I really want to say publicly to acknowledge the fact that you have really applying the principle. When I looked at your notes, she was breaking off notes to me, Big B. Yep, you said this, you said that, I was saying, go ahead with your bad self now. You doing it.
That's right.
And when the numbers back it up, she really knocked down some major numbers. And she's turning it around. So continue to do your great work, Sherry. We're proud of you, and you are doing it. You are doing it. And you're motivating other people too.
That's right.
You're motivating people.
Yep.
And you got this thing down. I want you to keep applying the principle. It's about 6 months in that you've been, through the first assessment. Now, just 6 months, you turned it all around. I mean, you literally did a 180. We say 180, not 360, because if you spin around,
Right.
Hey, that's right.
People say 360 is only 180.
Well, Dr. Paul,
Yes.
Paul, you are good at what you do. You are fabulous at what you do, and it's not taking a pill for the rest of your life. It's changing your lifestyle and being proud of yourself.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank
There
you.
go.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank everybody. Come off mute one more
That's
time
exactly
for Sherry.
right. That's exactly right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hey, Sherry. Bye, Sherry.
Hey, guess what? It keeps Dr. Paul on his toes too, because he can make his head grow a little bigger.
Yes. Yeah. To God be the glory, not me. No way.
No, serious business, y'all. Doc, hey, look, Doc. We know who we dealing with. God, you know what? God's in your head. You won't have a headache all day long.
That's what I say. I say all the time. I said, I'm just a humble servant. I just happen to listen a little bit more than the average person.
That's all.
That's all. I listen a little bit more, but I would say, I'm seeing these breakthroughs and the testimonies. They're all over
man.
you.
Yeah,
so if you're listening and you're battling with something, come on in and get an assessment. I'm telling you, stop waiting. Don't wait.
Right.
Don't wait. Come on in.
Because it does work, y'all. Trust me.
It does work. We work out a plan for you. And no situation is too bad. Got it? Never. We say if you're breathing,
you got a shot. I know that's right. That's right, buddy.
Okay. All right. So anyone else have a testimony they want to share with the family?
Calvin, go ahead, Calvin.
Brother Calvin
in the house.
What's up, Calvin?
I came in to see you yesterday, and I made good results from last year.
Calvin, you're kind of far away.
You're far away from. You're off mic. Calvin, can you get a little closer?
Can you come a little closer with your mic?
Okay.
Okay. Calvin's trying to be cool.
This is too important, Calvin. This is too important, man.
Okay. Of the 8 bars, I had 6 green ones.
Yeah.
Man, you go with your bad self.
And over last year, as opposed to last year I had 2 green ones and 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 5 yellow ones and one orange one. So I made tremendous strides.
See? Yeah, man. See, that's what's up, man.
Tremendous.
The dashboard. And like I was telling you yesterday, brother, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I want to thank you. Trying to stay on point, listening to you, trying to stay with the protocol, but I just wanted to thank you for your, for your support and your, having that due diligence,
Yes. Calvin, I want to commend you, brother. You again, just like Sherry, you are doing excellent, brother. You came in and they are blowing it away, Big B. See, when you find out what it is, then half the battle is already won because now you know. The worst thing is not knowing and you're out there guessing. You're guessing. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And that's why we do the testing. So when we do the testing and the assessment will show exactly where you are. What do? We feed the body and the body corrects itself. We don't do nothing. It's just the body always knows what to do. So once you apply the principle, it corrects itself. Calvin, let's everybody give Calvin a hand
all day
over
long,
there.
buddy.
Big Calvin.
Yes, sir, man.
Calvin knocked it out the box. Yes.
Makes all the difference in the world.
I mean, we're talking crushing, y'all. Both Sherry and Calvin came through, and the numbers were, if you looked at their numbers, you were saying, this is not supposed to happen. In the allopathic field, they would say, this is not supposed to be happening. But it's happening. You're turning things around. And the number one thing I would ask both Sherry and Calvin, how do you feel? At the end of the day, how do you feel?
Yes.
How do you feel, Calvin?
Feel great, man. Feel great. Absolutely.
Yes. Sherry, is Sherry still there?
Yes, I am.
How you feel overall, Sherry?
I feel so much better. I feel like all that I've hoped for so many years is coming to fruition.
Amen.
That's awesome. And there's
Amen.
there's no price for the value of having the way you feel. You know, I have so many people that do come through and that are sick and they can't enjoy their life. You know, people that are well off. They've been very successful in their business and their corporations and all the things. But guess what? At the end of the day, you can't enjoy it. So we want to get you there. We want to make sure that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor so that when you finally get right and you get your money right and you do all the things that you worked hard for, you can spend the time with your family and enjoy yourself. How about that? How about that? And be at peace of mind. Amen.
Yes.
Amen. So thank you both. I appreciate you. Great testimony.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Anyone else have a testimony they want to bring forward to the family?
Yeah, Miss Gloria Kincaid, I have a testimony.
Go ahead,
Miss Gloria.
What's up, Gloria?
Dancing queen, the dancing queen, the dancing queen. How you doing, Gloria?
I'm doing better and better.
Well,
that's right. That's right.
All right.
So, the testimony I want to give. I went to see my primary doctor on last Thursday, and I came in and when they took blood pressure, it was 146 over 80. I was so kind of okay with when I hear the 140s and like I don't, this 120 over 80, I don't think that's everybody. But anyway, I said, well, I want y'all to take it again manually. So always think about Nita. Recommend that. Thank you so much, family. They took it manually. 108 over 74.
See there. See there.
What a difference.
See there.
108 over 74.
See.
So so the thing is like if they take it as one, and they say, oh well, you got hypertension, you need to take medicine. It's sort of like what are we talking about here? So I'm so glad that Nita always recommends us to ask for it manually. And then look at those numbers, not just accept. They'll take your blood pressure, say you're high or you're low, and you don't know what it is. It's good for us to get as much information as we can.
That's right.
And so my testimony is that I followed the lead of Nita. Ask for it manually. And
there you go. That's right.
Yes. Let's give Gloria a hand. Give Gloria a hand.
Yep. All day long.
That's right.
Thank you.
Word to the wise is sufficient. Thank you, Nita, for always keeping us on point. Yes. Take it manually.
Nita don't play, boy. Step on them.
And this is, you know what this is? We used to have a class, Big B. And this class was how to encourage better relationships with your doctor. And this is what brings communication back to you. So what I would do in addition to that, Gloria, I would extend the feedback to them. Give them that feedback that you went through.
Yes.
That's important that you give them that feedback that say, hey, you know what, I came in and this was my numbers here and they were off. But then when I told them to actually take it manually, look what happened. That can help somebody else coming through.
Indeed.
And that's the important. We got to keep it going. We got to keep them informed. We got to keep them up to date too. And if they, some of them may accept it, some of them may go in one ear, out the other ear, So, do the best you can to keep them informed, but we appreciate you, okay?
Right. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Who else we have? Anybody else? Anybody else? How about testimonies? We always look on the other side, y'all. Make sure we're looking at Facebook side.
I'm looking at Facebook.
Any testimonies on that side?
I'm not yet, but I got it right here.
Okay, any more testimonies? If not, we're going to get started. Anybody else?
All right, Ruth, go ahead, Ruth.
Sound like Ruthie eat like a cat.
I said I wasn't going to tell nobody.
Yeah, you better stop.
You got to tell them.
Keep it to yourself.
Get in some
keep
good
it
trouble.
to myself.
Come on, get in some good trouble now. Come on, what you got?
I am just grateful to God to be alive, first and foremost. Yes. I started walking, I'm taking more active,
being engaged. Like, I know that I move, I know that I exercise, but I'm taking more accountability and making sure I'm getting it done. And I have been walking. I joined a challenge where you walk just a mile a day or more. So I'm on day 15 of doing the walking every single day, and I feel good, and I feel awake, and I feel alive. And the other thing I wanted to share, I was speaking to someone the other day. Her name is Michelle. Mm-hmm. Welcome, Michelle, to the family tree.
Michelle's here.
Yes, Michelle.
Welcome,
hey, Michelle.
Welcome, glad to have you, Michelle.
Hi, thank you so much. So good to be here. Thank you, Ruth.
Yes.
It was definitely a God thing to bring me to her and then to bring me here. And I just am excited to get to know all of you. So thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much. And
welcome. Hey, Michelle, watch out. We're strange folk. We just love it.
I love it. I'll fit right in. Absolutely. And just a little caveat with me, I am in the naturopathic and integrative insurance space, which is the first in the country through Invita Healthcare out of Scottsdale, Arizona, but it's nationwide.
Girl.
And so praise Jesus that we can now use the things that God put on this earth to help heal, and we'll have help to pay for them. So,
yes. So, Michelle, tell us a little bit about what you got going on. Can you tell us a little snapshot of what's happening? How is this happening that they're doing it out in the West? What's going on?
Okay, so I'll give you a quick Cliff's Notes version. Dr. Dino Prado started Invita. It's EINVITA or ENVITA Healthcare in Scottsdale. And they're an actual brick and mortar health center, and they handle oncology, chronic disease, heart, Lyme, diabetes. Those are their main ones. And they're taking stage 4 cancer.
Wow.
And you're leaving cancer-free in 8 to 12 weeks. You're not losing your hair. They have integrative and naturopathic modalities. So they decided to spend the time, about 2.5 years, and write 6,000 plus CPT billing codes for their integrative and naturopathic modalities. They went to the big bukas and said, hey, we've got these, and none of them wanted them. None of the insurance companies wanted them. So they said, you know what? The world needs this. So we're going to create our own insurance company. So they created their own insurance. The property is absolutely beautiful. They're all just Christ-centered, amazing humans that know we need this. They're at the forefront of the fight for the healthcare revolution. So you're able to utilize Invita, and they're now starting to train doctors in that naturopathic space and MDs and such to be able to use the codes properly so they don't have issues with insurance, and it's just going to get better and better. We've got group and company plans right now. I'm being trained on the 25th for the individual and family plans, but they're going to be just next level. They've spent a lot of time talking to the powers that be and making sure that this is exactly what our culture, our people, our families, and our country needs.
This is awesome. This is breakthrough, this is breakthrough. Michelle, that's what I've always said, that you have the right to choose your way of how you treat your situation or if you're chronic condition. And if you're working all your life and you're putting all the sweat and tears in your job, and then you have no choice to only use what you don't agree with, that doesn't work right. So God bless them. This is
absolutely
awesome.
And there was a woman that we treated, 83, stage 4 cancer out of Boca Raton, Florida. Insurance said we'll pay for palliative care. She had her board of trustees find Invita. She flew out there last summer, about a year ago, and within about 10 weeks she walked out cancer free. And because of her, there is now a bill in Congress that's called, as you said, Dr. Paul, the right to choose.
Are you serious? They call it the right to choose?
Yep, that's why I had to bring up the story, because things are moving forward by the grace of God that we should be able to choose. And if we want Western medicine, more power to you, free agency. But for those that understand how our body and world works and how God put everything on here to help sustain us, and we need to build up our immune system and find the root cause, this is going to be beautiful for a lot of people.
Michelle, we got to have a conversation like ASAP.
I know. I will have. That's what Ruth said. Ruth goes, I know who I need to introduce you to. And I looked at the clock and I went, oh crap, I'm late, but I'm gonna log in anyway. So
we say you hit a main vein over here.
Yeah, you know that's right.
I've been saying
that's
this for
gush
the
of
longest.
veins.
Yeah, so I will definitely please put the information down in the chat so that we can pull that up.
I'm putting it now, and of course, anybody that wants to learn more or have somebody that's facing one of these chronic illnesses, please reach out to me. It's definitely what I've been called to do. So, but it's great to meet everybody.
Okay, Michelle, what is your number that if they can call? Did you want to do that, or you have it? Okay.
Yeah, it's 480-625-9298. And then I'll put everything too in the chat, my email and phone.
Okay, and where are you located? Where are you located?
So I am traveling I go between Scottsdale and Park City area, Utah.
Okay, got it. Okay. So definitely we'll be in contact. We'll be in contact. Okay, definitely.
Okay, wonderful. I'll put everything in the chat for everybody. But great to meet you, and thank you so much for being so gracious.
Thank you so much, and thank you for blessing everybody. Come on, beautiful Michelle. Come on.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
So we want to thank Ruthie. We want to thank Ruthie, over there for bringing her through. Thank you, Ruth. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
How long have we been talking about? We need to talk to you.
Dr. Lenny.
That cool dude. Who is that cool dude in that right?
Dr. Lenny's fly, man. What can I tell you?
Dr. Lenny chilling.
That look like a scene out of Jumanji.
Don't let them catch him with that phone on in the car.
That's right. He's too cool. Look at him, y'all. Look at him.
He's fly.
Wash it. You just spotlight him.
Dr. Lenny is my brother from another mother. What can I say? He got that fly.
Tell you, boy. That's right. You and Big B in the car with glasses on. I would pay to see that one.
See that?
All right.
That's
okay.
wonderful,
now, before we go any further, I have another special guest that's coming on right now. I've been waiting for this one, and I got to apologize because he was supposed to be in last week, and we could not get him in. And, we are a special place because he was one of the instructors Dr. Lenny brought through, and we did the whole. You remember when y'all saw me go in the bath?
Did the cold plunge.
The cold plunge. You saw me do the cold plunge. Well, we tried to get him in, and we couldn't do it, but we're going to do it today. I want to bring to the forefront our good friend Jason. Jason, are you in the house?
He's in the house. They are.
Jason, where are you?
Can you guys see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. We got you, Jason.
Where are you, Jason?
Hey, Dr. Paul.
What's up, buddy? I don't see him.
He's right under you, Dr. Paul.
He's under you,
but he's there.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Sure can, Jason.
Can hear you.
Can you highlight him because he's in a different place?
I'm trying to find him. Where is he? Oh, there he is. I got you, Jason. I got you, buddy. Spotlight here. There you go, buddy.
There you go. There you go.
There he is. Let's give him a hand, y'all. Let's give him a hand, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Yes, Jason. You know what? I don't even know how to frame this to get you on this, so I'm just going to let you just tell us everything, all those that we need to know. Want them to find out what you do and a little bit of your history. Tell them what's going on. All right, floor is yours.
Sounds good. I appreciate it. It's good to see you again, Dr. Paul. Yeah, it's been a month or two at least since we met over at Lenny's place at Summit Spa and Wellness.
Since y'all dunked me in that water, that's what happened.
We baptized him. We appreciate that.
So I'll just briefly little bit about me. I won't take up too much time. I know you have a lot you go through and discuss on here. And it was interesting listening in. I think it just ties really well together. Just some of the stuff that I teach with, all the things that you talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll talk a little bit just briefly about me, that workshop that I took you through, give a little context to why we were dunking you in ice, and kind of go from there.
Okay.
I'll keep it short, but if there's any, questions and things like that, happy to take and elaborate on anything.
Okay. Okay.
But a little bit about me. So the stuff that I teach, I'm a Wim Hof method instructor. There's a breathing routine that goes along with that. Dr. Paul could tell you, we take you through about a 45-minute breathing routine and a lot of health benefits there that I'll get into. there's a mindset portion of it, which is just picking one single point of focus, your breath throughout both of the modalities, and then the ice bath or cold exposure, and just training your nervous system and exposing it to cold and learning how to breathe through that hormetic stressor that you're putting on your body. I got into this. I first originally got into the yoga space and teaching yoga. I actually just got back from teaching a class, tried to rush back to hop on here. But I got into these things in an effort to look for something that would help me with anxiety. I'm sure everybody on here has their own path journey that's driving them towards looking for something to help them, whether it's different holistic things that you can do, or maybe it's an illness, maybe it's a mental thing, maybe it's struggles in your life. Everybody has something. Mine just happened to be anxiety from a pretty young age, and mine, I resorted to things that were the easiest, and whether it was environmental or genetic, I turned towards drinking at a pretty young age. And I started facing some pretty serious repercussions by the time I was 18 and 20 years old, and started looking for other things to help me. And along that path, I found yoga. I mean, I found anonymous meetings. I found everything that was out there, cognitive behavior therapy, smart meetings, all these different things. And I found a lot of value in them. But my story really changed. I was living in California, and things got really bad for me, where I just couldn't stop. I'd have to go to an emergency room and detox off alcohol to come off of it. They give me Ativan, and I'd be back on the street trying to figure out how to keep it together. And I did that 8 different times over the last 2 years of my drinking. And I just decided to kind of give up with whatever I was doing. And I moved back home at 30. And long story short, I dove deep into a yoga practice and just tried to quiet out the noise. I felt like I was dealing with so much of trying to figure out what pieces of the puzzle to put together to sustain any sort of sobriety. And everybody was asking me, well, what are you going to do now? You got yourself in trouble again. What now? And I remember thinking, I'm the one that keeps getting myself into this problem. How am I going to find my own way out? And it wasn't until one of those detoxes that I asked the doctor, like, what am I supposed to do? And he kind of shook his head like I was some degenerate, and just walked out of the emergency room. Wow. I remember it hit me. I remember this specifically because it hit me. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to have to figure this out myself, or at least take 100% ownership of it. And I didn't know how to do that. So I figured I'd start quieting the noise in my head, and my yoga practice really helped me do that. And I ended up doing a yoga training, and it led into a couple more yoga trainings. And I found a lot of benefits in this practice of just following my breath. It would slow my mind down. It would relieve my anxiety. I'd find some stillness. And that led me to the Wim Hof method. And I dove deep into a year-long training, and I learned that I could get to that quiet place that I would in a yoga class now within 2 rounds of doing this breath work, which would take about 5 to 10 minutes, or within the first 30 seconds of getting into an ice bath. I would find my breath. If I didn't find my breath, you're just really scattered and your nervous system goes up. So it was really helpful at learning to regulate my nervous system on my own. And these simple tools that are easily accessible. I mean, I love breath work as a tool because it's easily portable. It's always with you. You can turn to it whenever you need it. And it's something that I've been doing for the last 9 years now. And it's helped me with my issue. I mean, there's times where I couldn't go minutes without thinking about a drink, and now years go by and I don't even, it's not something that's even on my radar. And I've been teaching Wim Hof method now for almost 8 years, and I've taught it to thousands and thousands of people. I've led dozens of retreats in the US, internationally. I've been with Wim Hof 3 different times to help him run retreats. I just got back last month from helping him run one in Sweden.
Oh, wow. Sweden?
Sweden, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was cool. He does all his abroad. So I helped him do one there, and in Poland and in Spain. And it's kind of cool where it's taken me. But I met a lot of people that come to even these day workshops that you attended, a 4-hour session where I'll talk in length about the Wim Hof method and those 3 pillars of breath work, cold exposure, and focused mindset, and the benefits of it. And then we'll get into a breathing routine and an ice bath. Within that 4-hour time block. I bet a lot of people that come there with all different things that they're looking to resolve, whether it is mental things, which happen to be my case, or physical things. Like a lot of people come to it that have autoimmune disorders. So any sort of inflammation, it's great for inflammation. And I've seen people that were maxed out on certain medications, whether it be Parkinson's medication for multiple sclerosis, and managing that pain. They've used the breath work to not only minimize the amount of medication they take, but sometimes eliminating it completely and just managing it with the breath work and the cold exposure. There's some reasons why that happens. The breathing routine is pretty intense. You take a lot of breaths in, your oxygen goes up, CO2 decreases. That actually changes the alkalinity in your body and brings it to a slightly more alkaline state. A state that's harder for viruses and bacteria to live in. But that also shocks your system because your body doesn't want to be too alkaline. It doesn't want to be too acidic. When it sees you trending that quickly in one direction, it really releases a lot of good chemicals. There's anti-inflammatory proteins through a bunch of tests that they've done, showing that interleukin 12 is one of the anti-inflammatory proteins that gets released into your bloodstream, which helps inflammation. The decrease in pain, that higher oxygen to CO2, deactivates certain pain receptors in your body, which make it manageable for people that have autoimmune disorders and experience chronic pain. And it also preps you for an ice bath. An ice bath really just gets your body into alignment. When you go into that shock, both in the breathing and in the cold, your body says, okay, we need all hands on deck here. We can't have anybody that's not operating the right way, cells that aren't operating the right way be existing right now, and starts flushing those out. And in 2011, they did the first study on this method with Wim Hof. He had been showing people what they could do for 2 decades before that. Nobody really wanted to listen. He broke 28 different world records, and everybody thought he was more of a sideshow act. And so he said, everybody's body is capable of this. It's not just me. And they did a study on him that showed how he was able to decrease inflammation in his body and affect his autoimmune system.
Wow.
His autonomic nervous system, sorry.
Right.
And
one of the things I wanted to say real quickly, but I wanted to share that, when you're speaking about the Wim Hof method, just if you could just tell them a little bit about, with Wim Hof, when he first started, you said 28 records he broke because he was actually starting to do things that the average person just said was impossible to do. I remember there was one where you were saying that he actually swam underneath an ice. What is it like? Like an ice? What was it in the Antarctica somewhere? And he swam for a long period. What was that one? Yeah.
So he originally started doing these not just to show off, but he wanted to show people, hey, look what the human body
can do.
It's your mind that stops you. It's not your body. So he wanted to start showing people. So the one you're talking about, Dr. Paul, is where he was. What the world record was above the Arctic Circle, swimming under ice water. So they break 2 holes in the ice, and he swam from one to the other. And it was the furthest distance that had ever been done at that time, and he broke that world record.
Wow.
A fun fact about that one is the day before he did it as like a test, and he missed the hole, and he was under the ice water for a long period of time, opened his eyes, and the cold water made him go blind for a few hours, and he ended up being able to get out of there. And then he went and broke the world record and successfully did it the next day. I always think, man, if I did that, that probably would have been the end of my world record.
Oh my goodness! Yeah,
somebody else take that one. I'm not going to get back from that.
Now, Jason, for someone, because probably those that are listening saying, "I'm not jumping in the water. It's cold water." People don't like the cold water, but I'm going to tell you that I got so much out of the breathing, the method of just the breathing. Can you just tap just a little bit on how the breathing method and how someone that's listening right now can even join in one of your sets where you can show them how to breathe and the importance of how to breathe properly? Because I'm going to tell you, the number one thing when people sit down with me, they're not breathing. They breathe wrong. They're breathing in the chest, and they're not breathing properly from the abdomen or diaphragmatic breathing. So how can the Wim Hof method that you teach help someone who has chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, issues, maybe they were a former smoker, people just have lung issues?
Good point. I really got into breath work. This was my entryway into it. And I do find that a lot of people breathe into the chest. I think we're just always a little stressed out, right? You're used to going, or the human body has been around for such a long time. It's used to going from one extreme to the other, deep in your sympathetic, deep in your parasympathetic. But this day and age, there's nothing that really does that. We wake up to emails and to-do lists, and this and that, and you're always slightly stimulated, always slightly breathing into your chest, short, shallow breaths. So what I do is I try and get people to start taking really deep breaths. And sometimes it is just through your chest at first and then your belly. But a good way to correct that is just placing a hand on your stomach, one on your chest. And then you'll slowly start breathing into your lower hand and then your upper hand and letting it go. So this breath work, you slowly start out like that. The first round, I'll have you breathe in through your nose, into your belly, your chest, until you can't fit any more air. And just take in whatever you can. And then you just sigh it out. So what you're trying to do during this method is get rid of CO2. So your oxygen would go up. If you're wearing a little oxygen altimeter on your finger, it would go from about 95% or whatever it is for a healthy person up to 100. But you're really breathing out a lot of CO2, creating that big disparity, which is what brings your blood into that alkaline state that I was talking about earlier. So you're taking these big breaths, and then you kind of get light and floaty. And after the first 10 or 20 breaths, you do just start focusing on your breathing. Your mind slows down. You're in the present moment. And then after about 30 or 40 big breaths, we'll just sigh it out, even lungs, and then you hold your breath. And then that CO2 builds up. It marries up with that already present oxygen. And the oxygen drops and the CO2 rises. And you go deep into your parasympathetic nervous system. So you really get to relax. Your blood vessels get to dilate here because CO2 is a dilator. So as that CO2 builds back up in your body, to your point, Dr. Paul, those blood vessels that might be constricted or pathways start to dilate more. And then when you can't hold your breath, your body has no idea how much oxygen you have. It only has a trigger for CO2. So when CO2 gets too high, you start to feel that feeling of, I need to take a breath. That's when you go. You'll take that big breath in, and then we kind of just squeeze all the energy up to our head and bring our brain this fresh oxygen-rich bath. Then you let it go after about 10 seconds. And then you start again, and each round, everything starts to get more elastic. The pathways open up more as the CO2 builds. You're able to hold your breath longer, build up more CO2, open up those pathways that might be obstructed.
Awesome.
Each round that you do. Yeah. And we can always, I don't know if you guys want to do a round or maybe we do that another time, just one.
If you want to do a real quick one, can you do a quick one for us? Just like a breathing real quick. Just like a real quick one that can get a couple breathe in and out. Y'all want to join them? Come on.
Hey, Jason, I won't fall out of a chair if I breathe too much. I'm just kidding.
No. I would recommend if you do a longer session, or you do one with me, or you do one online. If you go start Googling Wim Hof method on YouTube, do it laying down. But this situation, you can do it seated. We're just going to do a really short round so you guys can get it. If you want to participate, great. If not, it's only going to be 2-3 minutes. All right. We'll move on to something else. So if you do decide to do it, one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly.
All right.
And then just everybody go ahead and take a big inhale into your lower hand, then your upper hand. Sigh it out. And then again, in. Sigh it out. Use your nose or your mouth to breathe in. Sigh it out your mouth. All the way in. Sigh it out. And maybe close down your eyes if that feels good and breathe all the way in and let it go. Deep into your belly, chest, sigh it out. All the way in, let it go. 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 Deeply in, let it go. Just keep breathing. You might start to get lightheaded, maybe a little tingly. Just keep breathing to your comfort level. All the way in, sigh it out. All the way in, sigh it out. We're just going to do 10 more breaths. You can go at your own speed. No need to rush it. Just stay with a nice circular breath. In, sigh it out like you're throwing a ball up in the air, then let it go. Try and intensify any feelings that you feel for the last 5, 4, 3, 2. Take a big breath all the way in until you can't fit any more air. And then just sigh it out to even lungs. And then hold your breath here. No need to breathe. We're holding our breath on even lungs without taking a breath of air in. So if you need to swallow, that's fine. Just hold your breath and allow that CO2 to build up as you hold your breath and that oxygen to absorb. Just keep relaxing deeper and deeper into your chair. Even relax your shoulders, your face. And then see if you can get in touch with that feeling of the CO2 slowly starting to build back up in your body, and just keep relaxing your face, your shoulders. And if you feel that feeling or urge to breathe, well, I'll cue you to take that big breath in 5. If you haven't taken it yet, in 4, big breath in 3, and 2, and 1, big breath all the way in. Hold it on full lungs. If you want to give a gentle squeeze of muscles up to the crown of your head, just trying to influence that fresh oxygen you breathed in up to your head. And then sigh it out.
Oh, man. Yes, felt that, buddy.
I was going to sleep.
Yes, I felt that.
That's awesome,
absolutely.
Man. That's awesome.
Hey, Jason, I want to say we're going to invite you to come on back, but I want to give you information for those that want to get a hold of you. I have your information here. You want to give a shout out for your information, your telephone number, email address, and all the contact, and the social media, website, whatever you need to do.
Oh, yeah. I can drop that in the chat. Yeah, so it's just my first last name, jason.muscavage@gmail.com. If you want to get a hold of me, my Instagram is also just my name, no spaces, nothing, just Jason Muscavage on Instagram. I can drop that in the chat too. And if there's interest here, I know you have a large group. If there's interest in doing a full session, one of those 3 to 4 hour ones where I give you all the information. We do a longer breathing session while we're comfy and get you guys into some ice baths. We could always do one. I'm sure Lenny would be happy to host. He has hosted quite a few of these. So that's my homepage. If you scroll down, there's the different modalities that I teach. I did a lot of trainings over the pandemic. That's a buddy that I do a lot of the Wim Hof stuff with. We teach Kundalini yoga. But I was at one of the retreats in Maine. People were warming up after an icy dip in the river. But
So this
is the website. I'm sure. I mean, wherever you guys would want to host one, I would be happy to do a private one for your community, and bring all the stuff to do the breathing and the cold exposure. But I got trained in fire walking too over the.
Oh, man, this is exciting, man. This is exciting. And that website again, give that website out again.
Yeah, so that's ignitesadhana.com. And then we have a few events coming up. I'm also doing a retreat in Iceland in October. So any interest in any of that stuff, please reach out for more information. And that's my Wim Hof profile. I've discounted. That's the price on the Wim Hof site. It's drastically decreased off the site if you just look at it on my website. We're running a $200 off special for early bird.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Let's come off mute and give Jason
Muscavage a hand.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
I chimed in right on time.
Yes. Jason, I think that is excellent. We all need to know how to breathe. Let me tell you.
Yeah, man.
And I can definitely say, I guess we can maybe set something up. I would love to have a breathing class, and and have you come on in. We really need to know how to do this better and to do it more efficiently, because we are not breathing. I'm gonna tell you, we are not breathing. So it will be a great thing and pleasure to have you come on in. So we will get you straight, man. Thank you so much for chiming in, and don't let this be the last time, okay? We're going to make sure you come on back again, okay?
Definitely, absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Paul, for having me on, and
Always a
Dr.
pleasure.
Lenny for connecting
Yes,
us.
and we got to thank Dr. Lenny, too.
Dr.
Everybody
Lenny's in the
come
house.
off the mute. Come
Yes,
on,
sir.
everybody
Yes, sir.
come
Yes,
off
sir.
mute for Jason
Bam, bam, bam.
and Dr. Lenny. Come on,
Dr.
come on, come on.
Lenny.
Fly, Dr.
Thank
Lenny,
you.
boy. What can I tell you?
Thank you, Dr. Lenny.
And
Thank you, Dr. Lenny.
Indeed.
yes,
Mildred, can you mute yourself? Thank you.
yes. All right, thank you so much. And let's see, mute yourself. Who is that? That's
It's
on
Mildred.
there?
This is iPhone 2 Mildred.
Mildred. Mute yourself.
There we go.
You.
There we go. Thank you, Mildred.
Thank you.
You know, Doc, well, I had an epiphany, man, while he was talking. We were talking about the mind and all that kind of stuff. You know, listen, man, if I remember correctly, I think it's in John, where the word says, greater things will you do than I. You know what? That's biblical. We're talking just biblical stuff. But the reality, when you start dealing with the mind, man, look, if you're working in God's spirit, brother, you can do anything. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If you can learn to control that whole part of you, man, please.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I got one for you, Big
that
B.
ran right straight through. Okay.
There is a scripture that backs this up. It said, "Everything that have life, what? Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Breath,
well,
the breath of your body. You got
follow
it.
right on through, brother. Yes,
and
sir.
you know, when even in the ark, the Ark of the Covenant, they actually put the Aaron's rod. The Aaron's rod
all day
to represent the breath of God.
Yeah,
How about that? The breath of God, right?
Yeah,
in
buddy.
the Ark of the Covenant, which means that to breathe and take that herb is almost like God breathing life back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man.
Thank you, Jason. We're gonna be in contact, buddy. You know, I'm gonna. Then, Dr. Lenny, I went by the tractor store today, and I almost bought a tub.
My man, Jason recommends the freezer, Doc, is a way you just seal the freezer and it's cheaper and it'll last longer and it's.
Oh, really? Okay.
I the filter and the chiller and whatnot, which they can break down. So he definitely recommended the freezer, seal it up, and should last forever. So.
Okay, so how many bags of ice was that again?
Oh man, we had about 200 pounds of ice in there when you did it.
When I did it, it was 200 pounds of ice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I mean, 200 pounds. Wow. That's
hey, Jason, that's why he don't have no hair now. I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness!
Anything 50 degrees and under is great. You did it when it was probably in the low to mid 30s. But you were
good Google move, man.
One of those cow troughs from Tractor Supply, but you could just Google it and find any.
That's what's up. I'm great to hear that, man. Glad to hear that.
Yes.
Just freezer's a cheap way to do it for the summer month.
Okay, got it. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate you. All right, Big B, let's see. I think we're way past our time for the testimonies. Anyone have a testimony? That was like a testimony right there.
Yeah, well, it was.
Jason gave us a testimony of his personal testimony and how that helped.
Indeed. Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go to the lines. Anyone have questions, concerns, anything on their heart, mind? Floor is open for questions. Where do you want to go first, Big B?
Well, you know what? There weren't really a whole lot of questions, actually.
Anyone in? Let's go up to the top then.
I'm trying to go. I'm scrolling up right now. Okay, here's one. Go ahead.
Lady on the phone.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lady, I do have a question. So
Go ahead, huh?
I recently went to my doctor and he told me I needed to take 50,000 IUs of vitamin D for 3 months once a week. I can't take the gel cap. I can't swallow gel caps or capsules. So they prescribed a tablet of 2,000 D3 every day for 3 months.
Well,
I want to know, should I take something with that? And also, he said my cholesterol was very high. And to be fair, I haven't seen him since August. So he did new blood tests, but he said back last August, my D was 4%, and he said my cholesterol was very high.
Okay. Well, first of all,
I don't remember the number.
Okay, let's start with first on, I can't tell you exactly what specifically for you. I can only speak in general because I haven't assessed you. You would have to come in and get assessed to know exactly what's going on. I can only speak in general that whenever we're raising the levels of the vitamin D, okay, D, you have D2 or D3? You said D3?
He said D3. It's D3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So usually seasonal support. We try to do usually spring and summer goes into about 5,000 IUs because you're getting sun. If you're not getting sun, if you're not someone that goes out and you don't take walks, then it's 10,000 IUs. That's usually where your numbers are. I mean, that's an excessive number for 50,000, but again, there were times in history where people were taking that much and there was no effects of them. There was no problem with it. Matter of fact, people were doing very well. There is a liquid form of vitamin D3 that you can take. It's by a company called Blue Bonnet, and it's actually 5,000 IUs per drop. Okay, so that would be probably the way you would want to go. So it's called Blue Bonnet. Okay, and it can be purchased online. Wayne Avenue Health Food Store does carry this specifically.
I live in New York City.
Sure, you can still go online.
Yeah.
Okay, you got your pen and pad. Write it
they'll
down.
ship it to you.
So you're gonna have to. They'll ship it to you there. But if you want to, you write it down. Did you write it down? Okay.
I'm not near. I'm sitting outside on the step. I don't have a pen, but my girlfriend is listening.
Okay, so make sure. Right. So make sure you get you can go online and get. It's called Blue Bonnet. Okay.
Blue Bonnet.
And that's the one that you would use. Now, if you be more on point. Come on in to Philadelphia. We can do an assessment on you. I can tell you more about what's going on. Okay. And that's pretty much what it is. But D3 is good, but your cholesterol is too high. When your cholesterol is high, you got to watch your oils overall. Overall oils, which means that what kind of oil you cooking with?
I use coconut oil. I haven't bought olive oil in a while. I usually use either extra virgin or I do extra virgin coconut oil or the cold pressed coconut oil.
Okay, if you're doing coconut oil, just one small thing you got to be careful with, and that's to make sure it says non-hydrogenated. Okay, because they are hydrogenating coconut oil. Non-hydrogenated, unrefined. Okay, unrefined, non-GMO, first cold press, all those things and those signs that you normally would see with oils. Watch out for not directly, but indirectly. Watch your other oils, not what you're cooking in, but what you're getting in other products. Because in other products, you will get that canola oil, corn oil, vegetable oil, peanut oil. Anything that says canola oil in it, and I mean go through your whole kitchen, you need to throw it out because it gunks up the liver, causes a dysbiosis in the gut, which means it blocks up the liver. That's what's going to cause all those issues with cholesterol. So I would just watch your oils. Watch your oils. Watch the canola oil. No canola oil in anywhere, directly or indirectly. Okay?
I don't use canola oil.
Well, listen to what I said.
But I'll check my products. Yeah.
It's in everything. That's usually when we pull folks off of that, cholesterol levels come crashing down. And usually that's what it was to begin with. It was always the excessive amount of oils. But for more information, come on, get an assessment, come on in and see me, okay?
Okay. When I get the money, I sure will.
All right. Well, we say get a sponsor now. Don't wait now. Don't wait. Don't wait. Your health is more important, right? Get a sponsor. Come on down. All right. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Mr. Bill. Thank you, Dr. Paul.
You got it.
All right. Thank you. We got it. All right.
Yeah, that also kind of answers the one question I was going to go to from Claire. She was talking about seed oil and or was that bad for you? Because everything
seed oils.
Yeah, seed oils.
Seed oils are bad only if they've been refined. And they usually are it's what they're doing to the seed oils. You know, when they're actually, maybe hexane. They're using hexanes. They're doing multiple sources. You try to do single source, first cold press or expeller press. Those are the things that you're looking for. You're trying to stay in that range. So sunflower oil, they've gotten a bad rap, but I would tell you that it's not the actual oil as far as what they're doing to the oil. This is the problem. That's what the problem is. When they say stay away from seed oils, it's what they're doing to it. They're refining it. They're taking it through these processes. They're using detergents, all this bad stuff. If you get real oil, unrefined, first cold press or expeller press.
Okay. All right. All right. Michelle on Facebook said, can you suggest herbs for cholesterol? Mine is around 250.
Yeah, first of all, stay off the oil. We just said it. Stay off the oil. Just exactly what I just said. Just stay off of it. If you're looking for herbs that actually do that, there's plenty. There's a plethora of herbs that clean the liver and that allow the body to balance out this thing called cholesterol. Any of the liver herbs that we talk about, which is like not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent disease, just food for the soul, things like dandelion root, the yellow dock, the milk thistle, okay, red yeast rice, all of these things are working. In most cases, they all work as long as they've been not processed. You can bring down a lot of things, but it's the food, y'all. It's the food. I can't tell you how much, Big B. It's the food. And we change up this food. It's the secondary.
Life-changing.
Yes, it's the secondary. It's in other products. And I know y'all tell me all the time. Y'all say, you know what? I looked and everything has canola oil in it.
Everything.
All right. Okay.
All right, Dr. Peter Alatoy wants to know, should we add an electrolyte to our spring water to get the adequate minerals? If so, what brand do you recommend?
No, you don't need it. It's in there. That's what the electrolytes are. Yes, electrolytes is the hydrogen charge. It's already in there. You can add an additional electrolyte. Some people add it, but what would be a real electrolyte would be with the unrefined salts. The Himalayan salt, you got the kelp salt, or you have the sea salt, but no white sea salt. Got it? It has to be salt that's unrefined. Anything that's sea salt is white, leave it alone. That's been destroyed. That's the refined one. Sea salt, when it's unrefined, is not white. It's actually gray. Got it? So it's a gray salt. So Celtic is a good brand, or another one's called Redmond. Redmon. Yep. All right.
Okay. All right. Let's go upside and see if we can grab Queen Bee. Queen Bee up in the corner. You ready?
Queen
I know you're
Bee,
there, just sitting in the cut, just chilling. Queen Bee, come on, hit it.
I'm here.
We go.
I'm here.
All right. There you go.
Hello, family. Good evening, Dr. Paul, Brigby.
Yes.
Hope everybody's doing well.
Yes, we're doing well. How you doing?
I am doing excellent. Thank God, by the grace of God.
Yes.
So, my question is for my mom. We believe that she's experiencing sundowning.
Okay.
And we really don't know what to do.
Okay. So how old is your mother?
Alzheimer's. 85.
85? Okay. Now, what meds is she on right now?
She's on metformin and I don't remember exactly all the meds she's on. But she's taking medicine for her pressure and diabetes.
Okay. So whenever we see issues with sundowning, which means basically has she been actually diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer's?
She has not been, but she just had cataract surgery on both eyes.
Okay, so a couple of things. When seniors are experiencing, is it more of a confusion thing? Any signs of, just vertigo, dizziness, anything? Give me some of the symptoms that she's experiencing.
She is seeing people. If she looks in her mirror, she's seeing herself and someone else. If she opens a closet door, a man is in the closet.
Oh, say that again for me.
If she opens her closet door, there's a man in her closet.
Understood.
And she looks for things every night. So at about 6:00 in the evening, she looks through the window in the front room, the living room window. And she will see a bunch of people outside. She would look through the bedroom door in the back, and she will see the neighbor's house being demolished. And she calls the police.
Wow. Okay. Now let me ask you. I would definitely say I would want to talk to you a little bit further about that. I wouldn't, because I would be probing you, and I wouldn't want to get too personal with this.
Right.
But I want to say this for you. Whenever the medications, go back over those medications and see if there's any psychotropics that she's taking, any psychotropic or history of psychotropics that she's been taking at any time.
No.
Okay. So what we would go into is understanding a couple things. Just make sure she's drinking the right water. That's what I always start with. Got it? Because dehydration is a part of this. Now, I have a way and I have an understanding that most probably natural holistic doctors may not go in this realm, but I've seen it before. And it really goes into, we have this thing called the pineal gland. Okay. The pineal gland is the master, gland at the top of the pyramid. And that pineal gland is the master sergeant to the pituitary and the hypothalamus that moves this endocrine system, spins this thing called the kundalini or we call the chakra system. Okay. Please, somebody go off mute. Come on, mute yourself. Come on. This is too important. Come on. Who is that?
Who is that? Let me see.
Okay, somebody, let me go off here. Hold up. Who is that? Somebody is on. Okay, iPhone. Come on, mute yourself. Everybody should be on mute right now, okay? All right. Reason why this is that's a very, very sensitive subject for me, because I have had several of my family that was close to me that went through the same experience, okay? So this is why I can really speak. I can be very direct to this. So with the pineal gland, just have an understanding that, it operates. And when you look at the pineal gland, when they opened it up, they actually saw a lens inside. Wow. That's amazing.
That's deep.
That's deep.
Wow.
When they opened it up, it had it had rods and cones and a lens. Like another eye. That's why they call it the third eye. Now you know why. Got it? So what happens with this, if it's a lens in there, then it must be looking at something. Well, what is it looking at? It's looking at the spiritual realm.
Wow.
Got it? So sometimes when we're talking about psychotropics and the effects of psychotropics, it opens up the pineal gland and keeps it open. And it's hard to close, or for some reason, if someone's been maybe exposed to heavy metals. In this case, a lot of the medications, believe it or not, have a lot of aluminum in it. So we see a lot of aluminum on the brain for a lot of seniors. But that pineal gland, when seniors start to hallucinate and they start to see these things, I have a soft place with this, because some of this stuff is actually, and this is going on the spiritual side, the metaphysical side, y'all. I'm just taking y'all there a little bit today. It is looking at an alternate realities that we are in. And it just shows you that we can't see them. Maybe it doesn't mean they don't exist. Just like oxygen. If you didn't have lungs, you wouldn't know it was there. Or the wind didn't blow, you didn't know wind was there, right? But you have these senses. So the whole point here that I'm making is that when you start to look at these things, who is that on the line? Somebody is coming back on. Please mute yourself. Everybody mute yourself. Who is that? Mute yourself. I don't see them.
Okay, I don't hear
you. Thank you. Please, thank you. Okay, sensitive subject here, y'all. Mute yourself, okay? All right. When you're dealing with these issues, I think that there are herbs that we use, but like I said, I would have more questions for you. But I want you to understand that this is not something that's not unusual. It happens to a lot of people.
Oh, gosh.
But we look at the history. We look at I would say just keep her fundamentals up, which are the water, things like the green drinks, those are the things to make sure she's properly nutrition. You got it? Now, there are herbs that we use traditionally for those areas of bringing back the connection so that it actually closes out. But I just wanted to share that with you to be encouraged, okay? To be encouraged. And that I would say let's have a conversation if we can, a phone consultation, and I'll walk you through some more of the things that I will share with you. And I was just there. I want to share one more point with you. I used to teach a class over at Center in the Park. Y'all know what Center in the Park is, right? Remember Center in the Park over in Germantown?
Vernon Park.
Yeah, Vernon Park. And one of the first classes that I taught was a class where we were talking about pharmaceutical and medicines. Back then, I was dealing with medications and the side effects and the antagonistic effects of what it was. So I said one class, it was packed full of class and number of seniors. And I said, well, everybody, let's talk about what medications you're on. And we went around the class and everybody talked about their medicines. And then I got to one lady and she says, well, I take my medicine every day. Right? And she says, and then I sit in my favorite chair and my friend comes right through the wall and he comes and sits in his chair. And everybody started laughing. And I said, no. What are you, I had to go back to, what are you taking? Because they thought that she was joking. She wasn't joking. She was telling the truth. And what was happening was she was actually having hallucinations, and the medicines that she was taking was a high level psychotropic that was banned, but she was still taking it. So that's why we have to examine what she's looking, what medication she's been on. I think with kit gloves, we can ask some questions and then help and try to get her some help and some assistance, and you and the family get you some additional assistance with that. Okay. But let's have a conversation. But I want you to be encouraged. I wanted to share that with you to let you know you're not alone. Got it?
Appreciate that, Dr. Paul. And usually at night to get her to sleep, I will I'll pray with her and encourage her to read Psalms. So she reads like about 5 or 6 or 7 Psalms just to get her mind off of seeing things. So she's looking at the Bible and reading. And then I'll say, okay, put your cover over your head now because she sleeps with the light on. Is there anything else I can do? Because
like I said, just get her fundamentals together. You got to make sure she's hydrated. See, what helps with is in most cases we notice that dehydration played a large part of that. So how is she drinking her water? Is she drinking water okay?
She's not drinking enough because she has a weak bladder and she doesn't want to drink too much.
Yeah.
So I try to encourage her to drink during the cleansing cycle, to drink a lot more, and just, she's at home. So
well, here's what you do. Just move towards fruits now. Try to get her fruits.
She loves fruits.
Right.
She has lots of fruits. Yes.
So when you can't get her to drink water, let her get her water through her fruits. Got it? So things that are highly, of course, like watermelon with seeds, melons, things like that. That's the way you would help her get hers. That would be the H3O. Yeah. So just try to give her, do the best she can doing it through fruits. That will help her hydration level. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very, very much, Dr.
Thank you so much. I look forward to speaking to you. Okay.
Sure. I'll call you.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Right. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. All right, Dr. Paul, before we go up to Gloria Kincaid, there's a question on Facebook says, is CBD oil good for an 88-year-old for anxiety or a chemo med? Michelle?
You can't just say that off the top. That would be an assessment. You need to be assessed to see if that's the right one for you. People always say, well, what's the best herb? The best herb is the right herb for you. That's it. They're all good, but if it's not in balance, you have to wonder if this is keeping you in balance or not.
Right.
So that's where you want to make sure they get an assessment. CBD, of course, is an anti-inflammatory on all levels. The only problem is it's been mass produced and there are some fake versions out there. You got to be careful, y'all. You got to be careful. Some of the stuff out there does not do what it's supposed to do, and some of it is very contaminated.
Game time, really.
So you got to be careful with that. All right, be careful. There's too many other things that are anti-inflammatory for anxiety. And Prophetess, you still there?
She's still
in here. Okay, Prophetess, you have the list of the cumulative herbs that we have. You remember the list of the cumulative? Can you post those cumulative herbs there? for, and maybe Big B, you can throw it on over the Facebook side.
Yep. Once she puts them up, I'll roll them over. Okay.
Yeah, because the comlatives are the herbs we say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. Things like the gotu kola, the bacopa, okay, the cordyceps. The cordyceps is what was the mycelium network. Big B, that's your favorite. That's your favorite.
That's my favorite network,
that's
boy.
Your favorite
the
network.
Mushroomies.
Right, the mushroomies.
Yes, yeah, buddy.
Things like lion's mane.
Yeah.
You know, the reishi, which is reishi meaning red, or the chaga. You know, all of those are good for memory, focus, concentration. You know, we go into those things because that helps. A lot of seniors are using it because of the things that we were just speaking about, which is dementia, Alzheimer's, and things like a medicinal, mushroom coffee or tea. I find the mushroom teas, very effective, very, very effective. They're very effective and they're smooth, they're mild, and they put you in a nice space. So those are some of the things that we look at. All right.
Okay. All right. Gloria Kincaid, you're up next. Then Nitha. Gloria?
Yeah. So Grand Rising, everyone. I talked earlier, my testimony about, the manual and, taking the blood pressure. But I was done. That was Thursday. But here, turn around Monday, I had an appointment with the cardiologist. Because the other appointment was my primary. And everything kind of went well. Cardiologist, which I had not seen her. I got to look at the dates. But what I found, and they took the blood pressure, and it was like, I think it was 140 over 80. And I actually do it manually. And I think it came up about the same. Because they only wrote one of them on the report. But earlier, I had taken it home 129 over 84. So, this back and forth and up and down, because the point I want to make with it is that from her taking the cardiologist when she took it, it's almost like, look, I think I want to put you back on some blood pressure medicine. And you have hypertension. And I think she was looking at an old, I don't know what they call, it's I don't know if it's a CAT scan, whatever. Just like when they look at the baby in the I don't know what, maybe Nitha could tell me what that is when they looking at the baby inside of you, but this was the heart. So what's that?
Echocardiogram. They probably did.
Echo. Yeah, I think it was echo. I think you're right. Thank you.
It is echocardiogram.
The echo.
EKG.
So she's looking at that, and she said, "Well, your walls are thick." And I'm thinking, well, you took that some time ago, and I've had a procedure done that's called an ablation. And after that ablation, and I went in recovery, I'm telling you, I felt better. And I have more questions for them, but specifically about the walls being thick and them trying to make a decision of putting you on meds or increasing meds and stuff in reference to something they saw on a chart. Because you make so much sense when you say, look, come in now for a for an evaluation. Because I think it was somebody talking earlier, and they said something they had in August, and they must be talking last August didn't even come. How are you going to tell somebody to take something, and you're looking at an old reading? Like, where are you right now? So anyway, I've been on the family tree, and I so much want to go in a naturopathic route, because I was so discouraged when the cardiologist said she wanted to put me on meds. But when we talked it out, she said, okay, I'm not going to do it now. You come back, a month or two. Now, in this month or two, I'm planning on doubling down, really getting into, making sure I have my water and some of the recommendations for, like Big Bill with the beet juice and whoever, the onion tea. And I want to thank, what's his name? Jason. That breathing exercise was really, I know he was talking about it for certain things like dealing with that plunge, but I have read a lot and I've had it happen myself where I've literally took my blood pressure, then did the breathing and took it again. And I tell you, it has dropped.
Absolutely.
Not every time, but a lot.
Yeah.
Because of the breathing.
Right. And Gloria, still, a lot of people, we have to be conscious. See, some people will get caught up in conversation and just everyday life and not know that you're not breathing right. And for some people, it's a bad reflex. It's a bad reflex. So that's why we have to retrain the body, the muscle memory of the body, to know how to breathe properly from the abdomen, so you're doing the diaphragmatic breathing. So a lot of that plays the part with it. I just wanted to just tag just a couple of things with what you said. Couple of herbs that are dealing with, the walls, dealing with the walls and the thickening of the walls. It's a couple of herbs that traditionally we have to think about. The two herbs that just come to mind, and I wanted to make that to you, was the horse chestnuts and the butcher.
What chestnut?
Horse chestnut.
Horse chestnut.
Chestnuts and butcher's broom. Okay. Now, what makes these herbs specifically is that it balances out those thickness in those walls. See, sometimes people will have an additional lining, things like that, thickness in the walls, or some of them are very thin. But there's a balance that needs to go on there. So something like those two herbs, that's what they specifically do. They're specifically for that purpose. Sometimes we've gotten into meaning maybe even a copper deficiency with some people. We've seen those. I've seen copper deficiencies because remember, copper deals with circulation, flow, low calcium, low copper can cause those issues too. So just want to throw those out there while you were speaking on that point. Okay.
Well, I guess to formulate this into question also, say like I've noticed that it say you need let's say potassium, magnesium, and it's like, how do you know how much you're getting from what you're consuming other than to take a supplement with it?
Right. You go back to the pH.
Can you really? Yeah, you should be able to get it from the foods, but is there any charts that you could say, well, a medium potato has so much potassium, and like, is there anything that you could research that?
Yeah, you can go right on and you can Google everything you're asking right now. You put it right in Google, how much potassium is in this specific thing. And that's just to take in perspective. Got it? You got to take it in perspective, though.
Yeah.
Because to take it in perspective, that there's not going to be a chart. I mean, you'll be an encyclopedia talking about all those numbers. But the whole point I'm saying to you, if you have anything, just plug it right into Google. You'll pull it right up. And what you're doing, if you have a question on a specific one, just keep in mind there is a difference between organic and conventional. Just understand that, okay? And that's the best you can do. I mean, we are in trouble. We are in a state of right now in America where the foods are contaminated. There are a lot of pesticides, a lot of chemicals, chlorpyrifos, atrazine, glyphosates. I mean, all this stuff is happening in our food, and average person has no clue what's going on. So this is going to cause excess levels of the walls in your heart getting thicker because the body thinks this. I need to do this to protect you. So it's an overstimulation of the immune system. So just keep those things in mind. Okay.
Okay. One specific question. I picked up some garlic, organic garlic at the grocery outlet, and it was in the refrigerator section. But I didn't usually keep garlic in the refrigerator. should.
Yeah, it must have been there for a while. Yeah, it's just trying to preserve it a little bit. That's it.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I didn't think you would put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah, you know like garlic. When garlic goes bad, it just pulverizes. It just, it just disappears in your hand.
Oh boy,
yeah. Okay, thank you, appreciate you.
All right, thank you, family.
All right, Nitha, you're next, and then Jay.
Hey, and then grand rising to everyone, and I'm going to try to make this quick. Our next presentation, we're going to start working on it. It's going to be on the digestive system.
Okay.
Just to let you know.
Okay.
I went into the supermarket. I don't eat a lot of bread, but I know my brother said, okay, if you're going to want some bread, eat some bread, get the sourdough. So I went into the market and I saw where it said made daily. This is our market down here, public. So I said, but then I picked up and was reading ingredients and it said bioengineered products.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, okay, if they're making it daily, I want to know what bioengineered products you got back there.
Yeah.
So I asked them, I said, I have a question. I said, do you make your bread daily? Oh, yes, we do. I said, well, the ingredients said bioengineered products. Where are you getting your bioengineered product? Oh, well, see.
Comes in,
the flour, the dough comes in. We purchase it.
See.
What happened was.
What happened was.
Okay, let me help you. Let me help you with this one, because I want you to spit out. Yes, absolutely. See, anything.
I see your hand, Shirley.
Anything that they're already using, which is the base and the foundation, is dealing with corn.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Soybeans, canola, sugar beets. Those are the main ones right there. Anything that any products that are made with those as a base. And that's why I said it's gotten bad, because that's what people use with cornmeal, corn flour, soybean flour. The beets. Did you know that we don't use pure cane sugar? When you see products that say they have sugar in it, people think that's actually, or like when you're baking, that's sugar beets. That's not the other one. They got away from pure cane a long time ago. So this is sugar beets. And those are the most genetically modified of all the sugar.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So anytime you'll see something that says, even if it just says sugar, and then you see under the bottom, made with bioengineered ingredients, yep, that's it.
Yeah. I said, well, okay, I'm not buying that. He said, yeah, they bring it in and then they bake it. Yeah, okay, that's how you make it daily.
Yeah.
So... Yeah. And the other thing, mentioning when Gloria was mentioning and talking about, they told her the thickening of the walls. Also, if you have high blood pressure and it's not really controlled, that can cause thickening of your left ventral walls.
Mm-hmm.
And that shows up on echo. So, especially if you've had high blood pressure for a while, on medication, it will definitely do that.
Yeah.
And just a reminder, everyone, talking about cholesterol and your levels. They said it was high, but what's the ratio? You got to get in your head. I got to know what my ratio is.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Just a reminder.
Thank you, Nitha. Thank you, Nitha. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Always a pleasure. Yep.
But I see Shirley with her hand up, Dr. Paul. Shirley Mack, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, Dr. Paul.
Hey, how you doing, Shirley?
I'm hanging in there.
Yes.
I've been having problems with melanoma. I went to the skin doctor and she saw one under my foot. She said, "Can you see it?" I said, "No, I can't."
You can't see it under your foot?
Well, under my bottom of my foot, and then two on the leg, the same, same leg. And she took a biopsy, and they beginning cancer, she said.
Okay.
So I go to the surgeon on the 20th, to remove the tissues. They're not real big, but I had my blood work done, and my vitamin D is down to 20.
The what was that?
Vitamin D.
Okay.
Down to 20. Now,
okay.
I've been putting, I stopped using perfume a long time ago. I put castor oil and coconut oil on my skin, you know, and I have my green drink, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Well, you're doing it. You're doing it. That's it. See, when you're looking at anything with melanoma on the skin, you know, and they start to see, and they've already determined that it's actually cancerous, we say clean the liver. That's it. Because the liver cleans the skin.
Yeah.
So at the same time, if you got to raise that level, I'm going to ask that $1 million question. What's your pH number? You know, where's your pH? See, this is where you have to be spot on. You can't be close. You got to raise that pH up. And then when you raise that pH up, it allows the body the ability to get the proper amount of energy. This is where the problem usually comes. Because usually when you can't get that level up to where it's supposed to be, your body can't reach the level where it needs to be for the processes for regeneration happens. Got it? And usually that's where we got to stop the snacking, the foods, watch the sugar, all those top 10 toxic foods that we have, because it affects eventually your skin. The other factor is stress. Stress is a big factor with that. If we're stressing out.
I had the shingles 3 months ago. And I only eat, now in the morning, I've been drinking lemon water in the morning. And I bought a bottle of bitters.
Right.
Is that okay? I take that on.
Yeah, bitters are good. So remember now, in your fight for keeping the body balanced, you need both feeder and fighter.
Right.
Got it? Something to feed the body and a fighter. So you need a nutrient and an antioxidant. That's why when you take things like vitamin C, that's the building blocks for everything that makes vitamin C so powerful. So it has the feeder and the fighter. So when you're looking at the ascorbic acids and things like that, they're taking the outer rim of the antioxidant property, but they take away the nutrients. That's why we say no ascorbic acid, non-ascorbic acid. So vitamin C would be a helpful piece for things like that.
So is it okay to put the camu in my green drink?
Sure, absolutely. It's food. Can't beat it. It's food.
Okay. And I'm also on Losartan, and I want to go and see my. Oh wait! What I really want to say is when I went to my heart doctor, and I told the doctor, so you should see how I eat, doctor. I don't eat all this stuff. You know, I eat one big meal a day. I have applesauce and flaxseed in the morning. So he said, "It's your liver. That's the problem. It's your liver." Now I'm saying to myself, well, why didn't he tell me this a long time ago?
Wait a minute. He never told you it was your liver?
No, so I'm working on, because I was taking the red yeast rice. And that has, as a matter of fact, my doctor told me to take the red yeast rice.
Right. But then we just say that's what's causing the issues with the melanoma. With anything on the skin, got it, is going to be liver. That's the liver.
Right.
He's correct. He's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So I stopped. So I stopped the red yeast rice, and I'm working on my liver right now. Drinking dandelion tea.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So keep it up. I would say to get the capsules though. You want to make sure. Yeah. See, capsules are. So you have subjective and objective. Got it. So when you're taking teas, they're subjective. Subjective to how big the cup was, how much water you put in it, what was the temperature of the water. When I took the steeper, how much did I put in the steeper? How long did I steep it? So your dosage is going to vary. And that's why when you say a capsule, you're going to know that 500 milligrams was in here and I took it X amount of times a day. You know exactly how many milligrams are in there. And that's why when you take it, this is what raises the pH right to where it needs to be, is consistency. That's it. That's the only thing that's going to do that. So just try to do the best you can, okay? Test your pH. That'll tell you, okay?
Okay. I have an appointment to go see an innovative doctor tomorrow. And because I know she does, if I need vitamin C, she gives it to you intravenously. She's a holistic.
Okay,
one of
so
those
just
scientists.
non-ascorbic. Got it?
Yes.
Non-ascorbic.
Oh yeah. I've been doing Kamu.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
But you know,
Thank you so
Dr.
much.
Paul,
Okay.
gotta watch because she said she's going to see the innovative and they give her the vitamin C. 9 times out of 10, they're giving her ascorbic acid.
Yeah, and that's what I said.
Oh,
Make
I know
sure you
that.
check it. It's
See, that's
gotta
what
be.
you don't want.
You don't want that.
Right.
You don't want that.
Right.
And then the other thing, Dr. Paul, with the vitamin D, because I had looked it up, there are different ranges depending upon which test and who's doing it. Because there's the NG ML, and then there's the MG, I think, MOL. And they're different levels because they say the one with the NG ML, normal range is between 20 and 50. But with the other one, if they did the other tests, that's a different range. So it's just so confusing and people don't know, well, which one did they do?
Yeah. And that's a good point, because there's what is really considered optimum levels, and when they were talking about the nanomillers, the nanograms and millimeters and things like that, milliliters, those are the things that we get into. Okay, well, what's healthy for that person? And they're trying to give you a spectrum. But I'm looking at a lot of their lab stuff, and I'm looking at a lot of stuff that I would say is not correct. I mean, I'm just going to go there. I'm just going to go there. But some of the numbers that they showing, like they'll show on some of them a pH level, right? Let's just take from pH, for example. I'm a stickler on the pH.
Yes.
They'll tell you that a normal range starts at 4.5.
No, we know that's not right.
I'm like, come on, man, that person's on fire. There's no way that is actually good. So we have to take it with a grain of salt as much as you can. That's why I say the balancing factor is always going back to the pH. If you balance that pH, the world is going to change for you. It can actually see some great things. So do the best you can. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Dr. Paul, guess what I saw?
Let me ask you something about what you were saying. When she's going to be getting vitamin C, like injected.
Yeah,
and that's IV through the IV, not injected. That's a difference.
I mean, I'm sorry, IV. Let me say, thank you, Nita. Now, would she have an option of getting the other vitamin C, or they always?
Now let me help you with that because I don't want to go too deep with that. You got to check with whoever's administering it, right? Because different ones have different ways of administering, and there's conflict between them. I'm going to tell you that. There's some that will administer certain things, and some of them go against the practice of how they're administered. So there's even conflict between that.
They dancing too.
You got to you got to be very thorough in what you're getting it for, how it's administered, where you're getting it from. You got to ask the same questions as if you're picking up herbs out of the store.
That's right. That's right.
You can't take nothing as gospel. Nothing as gospel.
That's true.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Dr. before Prophet comes, I saw a video today. I was trying to find it again. Just click off on my phone. A company, now get this. There's a company growing mushrooms on corn.
Yeah. There's some good stuff, man. I would. The first thing I'm going to ask is what kind of corn is that?
That's exactly that's why I'm bringing it up because I said
I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
But my first question is where you get your
kind of corn?
From? Where you get the corn from?
Where?
Okay, I just haven't think about that.
Who said that?
Okay, Prophet, I'm out because we're at 9:02. Go ahead, Prophet.
It's 9:02. There are no more questions, except I have one question for Nitha. Some time ago, Nitha, you talked about a formula of castor oil and I think it was Jamaican black seed oil and cloves. Yeah. And you mean for the teeth? For the teeth? No, you put it in your belly button for
massaging the belly button.
Yeah. Was it for belly fat?
No, I didn't do that for the belly button. I know I used a combination of oil for my tooth that they wanted to pull out. But
no,
this was
long ago.
Yeah, I heard someone talk about doing something like that. I didn't do that.
Right.
I have one for my hair that I'm working on doing it. I'm just seeing how it does with my hair on my experiment. I have that.
Right.
But I don't have that one, Prophetess.
Yeah, when you're talking about
somebody did. I don't remember. Yeah, they talked.
I did hear someone. I don't remember what, but I did hear that.
Let me help you with this one. Okay. So this is just another method of we administer through the belly button. Okay, because of course that's your umbilical. Where you're connected right there from mommy, right there. So it goes in. It's an excellent entrance point into the intestines and to the bloodstream. So a lot of people, when we add this for everyone who has intestinal issues. So the formula is always 4 to 1.
Yes.
4 to 1. For every 4 of what castor oil, 1, and that would be of course the clove. Okay. So it's 4 to 1 ratio. Now there's a whole therapy of administering oils through the belly button. There's a whole series. We used to have a class where we actually talked about preparing a specific concoction for that particular assessment for that person. After they've been assessed, we create the specific oils and we administer it right through the belly button. That's a whole science altogether.
Wow.
Aromatherapy. Yep. And it absorbs very quick. Very, very quick. If you really want to absorb it to the system, you put it right in the belly button. For parasites, put that clove and castor oil right there in the stomach for intestinal parasites. You'll get right with it. Yeah.
What did you call the intestinal what?
Parasites.
No, before the parasites. Before you gave the form, you called it for intestinal healing, was it?
Yep. It's intestinal healing. Yep. Any intestinal healing, or it can be because it is a prime point. It's a chakra right there at that point. It's a high energy point right at your umbilical cord, right here, right in there where that little belly button is. So it becomes an excellent point for still entrance. And it's a very thin area there. So it can get right in, go right into your system. And
hey, probably think about that. Before you were born, all your food came through that umbilical cord.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, you think about that.
So think about it. You're just tapping the same line that's always been accessible to the entire body. Think about that. That is
straight in, boy. Just like getting a hit.
So there's a whole. Maybe I'll pull some of my old files and go back in and see if we can find that how some of the therapies were used. So this is old school right here. This is real old school. This is real old school.
No doubt, brother.
But I've seen some really experts at this, that people that do this on a regular down south. They do this and it actually gets right into the bloodstream very quickly. Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right, Jay. I say you pop back in, you popped in, you popped out, and you pop back in again. All right, brother, you the last one. Unmute, let's rock so we can get out of here. So Prophet,
you pulling up the anchor again. He pulling up the anchor.
The anchor man.
He's the anchor man.
What's up, y'all? Hey,
all right, man.
Big B, you still partying, man? It's not over yet. It's still partying.
Yeah, man, what you talking about, brother? I ain't going nowhere.
He's still party. He still got his party shoes on.
I'm going to bed, man. I can't party with you, man. I'm going to bed.
Still party. Yeah.
Listen, I ain't gonna hold you guys. Dr. Paul, let's see. Golden Seal. Yeah. I got a. You see that?
Let's see.
Yep, I can see it.
You got a ball. You see the ball?
Yep. T-ball.
T-ball. Yeah.
Yeah. So can I fill this all the way up with it?
With what?
Golden Seal?
You don't need that. You don't need that much, man.
No, that's a lot. That's a whole lot.
Blow the top of your head off.
You be growing hair by morning, brother.
God be, man.
You gonna be in another stratosphere.
No, man.
No, see, here we go.
Keep me grounded.
Whenever you're dealing with golden seal root, okay, you always got to be careful with that. You know, remember, you build immunity to it very fast. So it's that, it's part of that berberine family. So it's something that you don't want to build up too fast because, of course, you got to take it for a while. 2 weeks on, 1 week off, 2 weeks back on, quit it for a whole month. Got it? I would recommend when taking golden seal, I mean, you can take it lightly as a tea, but when you're taking it like that, that's too much. Got it? Don't want to take it like that. Always take it in capsule forms. And if you're going to take the capsules, you can open the capsules up. You can even take the capsules open and put it in some hot water. This right here will get rid of strep throat. Did y'all know that?
Wow.
Actually gets rid of strep throat. Anything with sinuses, tonsillitis, issues with tonsils, when the tonsils are swelling, vocal cords, you can gargle with this. Some people even take the capsules, and if it's really causing sinus issues, they'll take a capsule and just sniff it right up the nose. And it goes right down that entire area of the sinuses, clears up everything. It's a tough, rough piece, though, Jay. It's a rough piece, bro.
It sounds rough.
Let me tell you, when some people say I take it straight to the dome, that's what they do. And they knocking out a cold something. Yep, that's old school right there. But we're talking about old school remedies for getting rid of this mucus, bacteria, fungus, all that stuff. And that's what golden seal is.
Mm-hmm. Now, can I take like a teaspoon and maybe put it in the?
Sure.
That wouldn't work in the green drink, would it?
Sure. It will work. It will work. Yeah, but here it is right here. You got to be careful with your measurements. You got to be careful with your measurements. I would say if you have a measurement spoon, make sure you have the small ones. Do you have any? Did he freeze?
Yeah. He's back.
The one that comes with the green drink.
Well, that one's actually, I would say, would be equivalent. Yeah, you can do something like that, but get a good series of small spoons. You ever see the pinch one, the 1/8? Yeah, you get the measuring spoons, and some of them go as far as 1/8, which is a pinch. 1/8 is considered a pinch.
Tiny one.
Yeah, tiny ones, things like that. You got the multiple, and they're on a ring, like a key ring.
Yep.
And then you can go through each one. I would start to use that. Whenever you're using powder, especially golden seal, you got to take it in strong, equal measurements. You got to be on point with that. Try not to do too much. And I see people do that a lot, and I understand it. And, but you got to know what you're doing. You got to know what you're doing when you do that. Okay.
You think once a day or once a day for 2 weeks or a couple times?
Well, remember, I can only give you the protocol. I don't know what you're going through, but I can only give you the protocol whenever you're doing the detox. You do 2-1-2, 2 weeks on, 1 week off, 2 weeks back on, quit it for a whole month. But it's excellent for, teas. Like if you want to really get rid of a cold that's really sneaking up on you, if you get that little tickle in the throat right there, you put a little bit of that in some hot water and get the hot water as hot as you can take it. And you take it down. Oh, yeah. Knock it right on out, buddy.
Hey, G, all the info is in the chat, brother. So that's the chat you got.
I appreciate it. Well, one more thing. I did hear, matter of fact, today I heard that golden seal, if you have like high blood pressure, you shouldn't take it. Or you should be careful. Some situations,
they're talking about the berberine. Some people say that berberine for high blood pressure, it may spike it based on if they're taking another pharmaceutical that can conflict with that. I'm going to tell you what it really comes down to. It really comes down to dehydration. Remember, golden seal demands a lot of water. And if you're already taking a pharmaceutical, then you're having a competition thing going on, and it becomes a problem. So the allopathic system hasn't quite gotten there with understanding that it's all about water. So I would just tell people if they're on medication, if you're on heavy medications, we don't take it the same time. We do it separate than the time you would take your medication, and didn't take it after you've been assessed properly. You got it? See if that's something. Because you can always do something else. You don't have to do the golden seal. You can do other herbs with berberine. You don't have to do that one. There's a list of them. Barberry is another one. Barberry.
Okay.
Barberry. Barberry.
Okay.
That's less. It's not as aggressive. Also, Oregon grape. Oregon grape. Yep. Oregon grape. Those are the ones that we kind of roll with. I usually go with either Oregon grape or a barberry. Those are the two. If if it's a little bit too aggressive for them. Yep.
Okay. One other question. I'm good. You said you put a shout out as far as if you were just putting it out there. If you do physical work, you should keep a chiropractor. What was your reason for saying that? Why are you saying that?
For the back. That's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, the muscles, if you're doing physical labor, you're going to, of course, your muscles have to be in order. You got to feed your muscles, and lifting, moving, stretching, bending, all of that. And if you're doing it, all throughout the day, 9 to 5, you have a 9 to 5 job and that's what you do.
Yeah.
It's going to pull moisture out of those areas. Magnesium, potassium, water, cramping, all those things happen, So
wow.
And then and of course it's going to affect the myofascial, which is your tissue. Myo meaning muscle, fascial meaning tissue. It's going to affect the way your body, and if you're dehydrated, they're going to do like this. You're like, here, can you see my hands? They're going to grip up. And they're going to contract. And then that can cause misalignments or what we call subluxations. That causes a lot of problems. Yeah. So you got to stay hydrated. And if you go to the chiropractor, Dr. Lenny will tell you, if you go to Dr. Lenny or anybody that's a chiropractor, don't go dehydrated. Don't go dehydrated. Don't blame Dr. Lenny. Dr. Lenny will tell you in a second. You brought it in here.
I know that's right.
He say that all the time. He said, "You brought it in here."
All right, Doc. I guess you gave me enough homework.
All right, thank you. Buddy. Appreciate you now. All right. I think that is
Big B. Just want to say that Big B sent you a special birthday gift wish. Did you get it last week?
Yeah, girl, please. I did. Don't you stop.
You know what? See, I'm a person. I need confirmation. I'm a true Virgo. I wanted to know if you got it.
Child, you better stop. I did.
I love it. That's right. Get him, get him.
Yes, ma'am.
Got there too.
Yes, I did. Well,
you better start. Big B, you better start acknowledging people,
man, all day long. Look,
I got him good on Sunday though.
Me.
Hey, look. He got me. See, he got me on Sunday so bad I couldn't even say nothing. Had a special guest. Listen, had a special guest on the show on Sunday, guy. Guess what?
Oh, okay.
It was me. I didn't even know it. I just said, "Hallelujah."
Said we got a special guest. I've been trying to get him on the show for years, and he finally got him on here. I said, "Jordan, you have him on the call?" Jordan said, "Yep."
He set me up.
I set him up good. The guest this week is Big B Bill Elmway. He's like,
my mouth.
Well,
all right, fam.
Because I just want to let everybody know I sang to him.
And she sure did.
Make sure she got that.
Yes, she did.
Yes. And
hey, Doc. When she sang, all I could do was, "Go ahead." Yes, I did.
Beautiful. That's right.
Yes,
that's
indeed.
Right. That's right.
Only from the family can that kind of thing happen,
That's right.
Yes,
okay,
indeed.
that's it.
Brother. We appreciate everybody, man.
Thank everybody. Thank everybody for chiming in. Big B, tell them how they can be a part of the family tree. And if they want to actually get a transcript of tonight's program, how they can do it. All right?
All right, Dr. P. Guys, as always, in order to get a copy of tonight's chat, you got to do what? You got to send me an email. Send an email to mechavideo@gmail.com. Again, mechavideo@gmail.com. And to continue to support the family tree, you want to use my Cash App. Guys, that's $, BILMORGAN. Again, $ BILMORGAN. If you use Zelle through your bank, that ID number is mechavideo@comcast.net. Again, mechavideo@comcast.net. And finally, our P.O. Box over here in Mullica Hill. That's Bill Morgan. P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Bring your friends, bring your enemies, bring your friends, bring what? Everybody, where? To the family tree. Yes, sir.
All right. Yes, sir, did y'all learn anything tonight?
As always,
together, y'all. Come on. All right. I thank you so much for tuning in. We are a greater family because you joined us today.
That's exactly right.
Thank you so much. We want to give a shout out to our prophets over there, aka Fingers.
And everybody over there on Facebook.
All right. That's right.
Yep.
And then, of course, with the host with the most, Big D Bill 1L Morgan. All right. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Because you know what? We have to take this information. I'm only going to charge you with one thing, and that's the truth. And then you got to go share it. All right?
Yes, exactly right.
So God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, if you're breathing, you better go tell somebody.
Yep. All right. Jabria, Wingate.
Let's get it out. Marcy. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy.
Tap it out now.
Go, Marcy. Go, Marcy.
Get it, come on.
All right, tap. Come on. Coming on down. Good. That's right.
All right now.
That's right. Feeling good. Y'all gonna stay cool tomorrow because it's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be a hot one tomorrow, buddy.
Tap. On the inside.
With your back was hat.
Thanks and shout out to the Facebook fam over there. Thanks y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
We love y'all.
Joanne over there on Facebook.
Good information.
We got Joanne. We got Brenda over there. Big Aaron is over there on Facebook.
Come on.
Yeah, buddy.
On the left hand side.
Kevin over there on Facebook. Yes, sir, buddy.
All right, tap to tell me. What's on the left side? What's on your left side? What's on the left side? All right. What's on the right side? Just check it.
On the left side.
The opposite of the left side. That's right. The opposite of the left side.
Pancreas and our gallbladder.
There you go. That's right. All right. I want you to take something like this. Take your thumbs right here. See your thumbs like this? And I want you to take it like this. You take your glasses off right here. And I want you to put it right in the sockets right here.
Andrea Smith.
Right there. And if you press that right there, right there, that's a headache relief right there. Oh, wow. Besides making everybody look like a moose. Right there. That's your area for a headache. That's a pressure point for headaches right there. And release. Take a deep breath. Come back again and just press it right in that area. That relieves migraines. Wow. Feels like your thumbs belong there, don't it?
Yeah, man.
Feels perfect. And then you take those same thumbs and put them in the very back of your head, right here. And it almost feels like the thumbs fit there too.
They do, man.
They feel like they fit right there. Yes.
I just saw a video on that yesterday,
that
man.
relieves back headaches in the back part of the brain. That's another pressure point.
Yeah, man.
And you breathe.
Just today.
Breathe in.
I'm glad I came to class, man. All right.
Breathe out. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now take it out. Good. All right. Everybody taking it out. All right. Yeah. We got the perfect sound too. Oh, yeah. Breathe in. Good. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Everybody looking good. Breathe in. We got a good class on breathing today, so y'all know how to breathe.
For real.
That's good. One more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Exhale. and shake it out. Shake it out. Shake those shoulders. Shake those shoulders. Good, good. And the next thing, we're going to get a little energy. Let's get a little qigong.
I heard. Yeah.
All right. Clap. Clap. All right. Oh, this is a good song, too. Clap.
Yeah.
Clap. Clap. Good. You feel that heat? Come on, build that heat up. Good. Good. Hit. All right. Clap. Clap. All right. More clap. And take it all the way down. We give ourselves an energy bath.
Yes.
Feel that energy on your body. Feel it all over. Don't touch yourself. Bring it on down. Good as
I want you too happy.
All right, Jay. You see that, Jay? See that, Jay?
Yeah.
Move out, brothers. You can move out. This is energy. Clap. One more. Clap. Clap.
Yeah, look at that mix. Good mix. Great mix.
And stop. Keep it right there. Keep the top one, bottom one still. Move the top one. And I want you to act like there's a little ball in there. You feel that energy? Wow. You feel it, don't you? That's amazing. That's your energy. That's your chi. Take that with good intentions. Bless yourself. God bless y'all. Make God keep y'all. And thanks for tuning in to the family. All right, who can dance out there? Come on. Go Marcy. You know you gotta start it off, Marcy. Go Marcy. Go Marcy. All right. I'm trying to keep up with you this time. Get it, Marcy. Go get it, Marcy. Big B, I'm trying to hang over here, man. She's working on me.
Got a whole workout. All right.
Get it, Marcy.
Oh, man. There you go. Go, Marcy. All right, there you go. All right, go Jay. Jay, you over there fighting, man? You over there fighting somebody?
Man, Jay's in the ring on that, Dr. B.
Jay over there boxing, man. Go Kamara. There you go. Go ahead, Kamara. He's dancing in the field, Big D. He's dancing in the field.
I heard that.
Awesome. All right, go Kamara. There you go. You got the yeah. All right, Big B. Go Big B. Go Big B. Show him how to do it. Come on, B. I'll see y'all later. All right, Big Big. We'll see you, buddy. Love y'all.